strong desire towards this five sensual object, like visible, pleasant visible object, pleasant sound, pleasant smell, pleasant taste, and pleasant touch.
Tātad mūsos ir ļoti spēcīga vēlme pēc patīkamām sajūtām, kuras ļauj just šīs 5 maņas – redze, garša, skaņa, oža un ķermeņa sajūtas, taktīlās sajūtas.
And we think the happiness comes from the enjoyment from the 6 sense or 5 sense pleasures.
Un parasti mēs domājam, ka laime ir tad, kad mēs varam baudīt šīs sajūtas 5 maņas, ko mums piedāvā, vai 6 maņas.
But the craving itself, the greed itself, has never satisfaction.
Tomēr alkas un vēlmes nekad nenes apmierinājumu.
For example, when we earn, let's say, 10,000 a month, 10,000 European money a month, but we are not contented with it. We want more. So maybe we want 100,000, 1 million. So the craving is never end.
Un varbūt mēs algā saņemam 10,000 eiro, bet tad mēs vēlamies saņemt varbūt 20, varbūt 100,000 eiro. Mums nekad nav gana. Ir šīs alkas un vēlme saņemt arvien vairāk.
And because the craving is never end, that's why our happiness, we cannot find the true happiness.
Un tādēļ, ka šīs alkas ir neremdināmas, mēs arī nevaram atrast patiesu laimi.
So nowadays if we observe what is happening in the world, let's say the former president of Taiwan, now he was put into jail. He has enough money, and yet he wants more, so he took unlawfully from his own country because of the insatiable craving. And what's the end of the result? What's the end of the craving? He was put into the jail.
Un šo mēs varam novērot pasaulē. Piemēram, Taivanas prezidents šobrīd ir apcietināts. Un tikai tādēļ, ka viņam nebija gana. Viņš jau tā dzīvoja labklājībā, bet viņš vēl savtīgos nolūkos izmantoja valsts līdzekļus. Un kāds tad ir rezultāts? Kāds ir šīs viņa alku rezultāts? Šobrīd viņš ir cietumā. Tā tad ir ciešanas.
And sometimes when our craving cannot be satisfied, we become very angry. We even kill people. For example, in a history, when let's say a leader, the Hitler, everybody know Hitler. He become the president of Germany, but his craving is not insatiable, cannot be satisfied. So he want to invade more and more country, and he killed. His craving turned to anger. So he killed more and more people, billions, thousands of people.
Un šīs te alkas bieži rada alku nespēj tās apmierināt, rada agresiju, dusmas un naidu. Un, piemēram, mēs varam lūkoties atpakaļ vēsturē, atcerēties Hitleru. Viņam bija daudz, viņam bija liela vara, viņš pārvaldīja Vāciju, tomēr viņš gribēja ielausties daudzās citās valstīs, un to darot viņš nogalināja 1000 cilvēku.
And finally, what is the result?
Un kāds ir rezultāts?
Death.
Nāve.
Death. But according to Buddhism, his own death, he has killed billions of people. His own death does not pay his debt. According to Buddhism, we have, let's say, the law of action and reaction. In Buddhist term, we call karma. Whatever you have done, you got to pay for it. Not only in this life, as well as life after.
Un to, ko Hitlers ir nodarījis, viņš nevar izpirkt tikai ar savu nāvi vien. Un budismā ir šis uzskats par to, ka ikviena rīcība rada kādas sekas. Rīcība rada kaut kādu reakciju, un to arī apzīmē un saprot ar karmu.
So, according to Buddhism, Hitler only paid his life. It's not enough because he has killed billions of people. So in the life to come, according to the law of karma, he had to be killed many times, many lifetimes in the future.
Un tā kā Hitlers ir nogalinājis tūkstošiem cilvēku, tad viņa viena paša nāve neizpērk šo nodarījumu. Un saskaņā ar karmas likumu viņš savās nākamajās dzīvēs tiks katreiz vairāk kārtīgi nogalināts, lai izpirktu šo savu nodarījumu.
Just like when you throw a ball to the wall, the ball rebounds.
Līdzīgi kā tad, ja jūs metat bumbu pret sienu, tad tā atlet atpakaļ.
So this is the action we call the law of karma. Whatever you have performed, whether good or bad, you got to pay for it, because the ball will rebound to you.
Un ar to mēs saprotam karmu, lai arī kāda ir jūsu rīcība, laba vai slikta, tā vienmēr nesīs kādas sekas, jeb rezultātu.
So come back to the initial talk. The happiness did not come from the external enjoyment, did not come from the craving, did not come from the anger. But the happiness, the true happiness, comes from within. A peaceful mind, a mind free from all greed, craving, hatred and delusion.
Un patiesa laime nav atrodama ārpusē. Tā nav atrodama ne varā, ne mantā, bet patiesa laime ir atrodama mūsos pašos. Tā ir atrodama mierpilnā, klusā prātā. Tā ir atrodama tad, ja prāts nav maldu, naida, alku varā.
The Buddha said, the Lord Buddha said, if you conquer the world, but you cannot conquer your own greed, hatred and delusion, you are not the true conqueror.
Un Buda ir teicis, ja tu esi iekarojis pasauli, bet neesi pārvarējis pats savu naidu, alkas vai maldus, tad tu neesi uzvarētājs.
So this greed, hatred and delusion are called defilements, kilesa in Buddhist term.
Un alkatība, naids, maldi budismā tiek saukti kā maldi.
So when this kilesa or defilements arise in the mind, at that moment we are suffering. For example, when anger has arisen in you, at that moment you are suffer from the anger.
Tos var saukt par sārņiem, prāta piesārņotājiem, jo tad, kad dusmas ir radušās jūsos, ienāk jūsu prātā, tad jūs ciešat no tām.
So in the teaching of the Buddha, our own greed, hatred and delusion make us suffer.
Un saskaņā ar Budas mācību mūsu naids, alkas, maldi liek mums pašiem ciest.
And this defilement, we have 3 stages of defilements.
Un šie te sārņi, tos var iedalīt tā kā 3 pakāpēs.
This defilement make our mind dirty. We have 3 stages. The first one is called latent defilements, which lies dormant in the mind.
Jā. Pirmajā pakāpē mēs to saucam par tādiem latentiem sārņiem.
For example, greed, anger and delusion is called latent defilement, and they lie dormant in the mind. When a condition arises, then this anger or greed only arise.
Tātad šos 3 alkatību, naidu, maldus arī sauc par šiem te latentajiem sārņiem, jo tie rodas kā